Okay, formula for the area of a circle. And the area of a circle is the space inside of a circle. How much square units of space we have within the circumference. So the formula is pi times the radius squared. Now, in our previous video, I was using 3.1416, and I also talked about just using the pi button in your calculator. I just want to give you a word of warning because I am assigning a Khan Academy assignment on area, and that assignment has you strictly use just 3.14, or you're going to get the wrong answers. You're going to use 3.14, and then you're going to give the entire answer that your calculator gives you with the 2 decimal places, okay? So just keep that in mind, that that's what you want to use. You don't want to use the button in your calculator for pi. You don't want to use the 0.16 part. Just use the 3.14. Okay, so we're just going to use this for Khan Academy. All right, go through these problems really fast. If the radius of a circle is 18 inches, what is the area of a circle? So we're going to go area is the pi value, so 3.14 times 18 times 18, right? Or you can just do the 18 with the little squared button. Multiply the 18 twice, or 18 with the little squared button on your calculator. So in order for these to fit Khan Academy answers, I'm going to just use my 3.14 instead of the pi button in my calculator. So 3.14 times 18 times 18. And I get 1017.36. Now, since this is an area and the unit was in inches, area is going to be square inches. If the diameter of a circle is 46 feet, what is the area? So this problem, I hope you read carefully, that it gave us the diameter. The previous one gave us the radius, so we just used it. But this one gives us the diameter. So we actually have to start by taking our diameter and dividing it by 2 first to get the radius. So that will be 23 feet for the radius. Okay, so now we do the same process. Area is equal to 3.14 times 23 times 23. Now, Khan Academy will also let you put your answer in terms of pi in some of the problems. It actually gives you instructions for that. So if you wanted to just give this answer in terms of pi, if all I do is multiply the 23 times 23 first, that gives me 529, but that does not have the 3.14 multiplied in. That's with the pi still not multiplied in, so we could just write that on the side. So that's actually one way to give some of the answers in Khan Academy. So that 529 was just 23 squared. So the 23 squared is 529 pi. So now if I want a decimal answer, I do 529 times 3.14, and I get an answer for Khan Academy as a decimal instead, as 1661.06. Now that will be in square feet, because the unit for the diameter was in feet. Alright, moving forward. Area of the surface of the water for the circular hot tub from problem 2 that had a diameter of 10 feet. So if it has a diameter of 10, that's a radius of 5. So when we did this problem in this video, we didn't really have to find R. We could do the problem just with diameter. So this one is where we really had to find R first to do the problem. So we're going to use the R value, which is 5, and we're going to just go 3.14 times 5 times 5. And we get 25 times 3.14, so 78.5. That will be in square feet. If we wanted to find the volume of water, we can then multiply that by the depth of the water, and that will be something we will learn next time. If the area of a circular garden is 36 square meters, what is the diameter? So we're going to work backwards this time. So if the area is 36 square meters, don't forget that it's in meters, square meters, so that means our units will be meters. So that, remember, is pi r squared, right? So to go backwards, we're going to first divide by pi. So let's divide both sides by pi. It'll make this pi right here cancel out. So we have 36 divided by pi. So let's find that answer. I'm just going to use 3.14. So that gives me 11.464. Use as many decimal places as you want at this point. That's probably enough. So that's r squared. So then in order to find r, we actually have to square root that answer. So to find r, we're going to do the square root of the 11.464. Square root that answer, and I get 3.38. Just going to call it 3.4. Now, is that my answer? No, because it's asking me for diameter, and this is the radius. That's radius. So to find the diameter, we actually need to take that number and double it. So 3.4 times 2 gives us 6.8. Some of the problems on Khan Academy actually give you the circumference and ask you to find the area. So keep in mind, like this problem right here, they gave us the diameter and we had to find the radius to find the area, right? Well, what if instead they gave you the circumference, like problem 3? What if they said, what is the area? That would mean that we take the circumference, we divide by pi to get the diameter, we divide the diameter by 2 to get the radius, and then we have to use the radius in our area formula, so 3.14 times 4.8 twice. And that will give us the area. So 3.14 times 4.8 squared. So 72.3456. And that would be square feet, right? Extend this a little bit. So I threw in that extra example with question 3 on circumference, just to help you out with a couple of problems on Khan Academy where they give you the circumference and you have to find the area. So you have to find the diameter and then the radius and then use that to find the